Ever pondered how an economy can be both booming and seeming to be in recession at the same time? Welcome to the world of paradoxes, and one such paradox is the current state of the Chinese economy in 2024. On one hand, we're witnessing rapid growth, expansion, and technological advancements that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The dragon, it seems, is not just awake, but roaring. Yet on the other hand, there's a pervasive feeling of recession among many Chinese. Despite the economic boom, people are feeling the pinch, as if they're in a downturn. This isn't the first time we've seen such a paradox. They have occurred in various forms throughout history and in various economies. But this one, involving the world's second-largest economy, is particularly intriguing. The question then becomes, how can an economy be growing and yet feel like it's in recession? How can there be such a vast gulf between perception and reality? And most importantly, what are the implications for the future? To understand this paradox, we need to take a look back at China's economic history. The Chinese economy has witnessed a roller coaster ride over the past decades. From the late 70s to the early 90s, China transitioned from a centrally planned system to a more market-oriented economy. This shift wasn't a smooth ride, but it was a game changer. It opened the doors to foreign investments and trade, sparking a period of unprecedented economic growth. The Chinese dragon was truly awakened. As we moved into the new millennium, China continued to surge forward. Economic reforms were put in place to decentralize economic policymaking in several sectors, especially trade. The economy was further boosted by China's entry into the World Trade Organization in 2001. This marked a new era of integration with the global economy and set the stage for China's rapid rise as a global economic powerhouse. However, this rise was not without its challenges. China faced numerous obstacles, including growing inequality, environmental degradation, and a rapidly aging population. These issues, combined with the global financial crisis of 2008, led to a slowdown in economic growth. Yet the Chinese economy proved resilient and managed to weather the storm. Fast forward to the past few years, and we see a different picture. The economy has shifted from a phase of rapid growth to a more moderate, sustainable pace. This is a direct result of the government's efforts to transition from an investment-driven growth model to one that's more consumption-based. Major milestones have been achieved during this period. In 2020, China was the only major economy to report growth in the midst of the global pandemic. By 2024, it's on the verge of becoming the world's largest economy. Now that we've taken a brief journey through China's economic past, let's delve into why there's a perception of recession in today's booming economy. Despite strong economic indicators, why does a sense of recession pervade among many Chinese in 2024? Here's where the paradox gets even more intriguing. You see, while the economy on paper might be booming, the reality on the ground can often tell a different story. Many Chinese citizens are grappling with income inequality, with the rich getting richer and the poor struggling to keep up. This increasing divide creates an environment where, despite overall economic growth, many people feel left behind. Add to this the insecurity of jobs. As technology advances and automation becomes more prevalent, many traditional roles are being threatened. This leads to a sense of unease and uncertainty about the future, further feeding into the perception of a recession. High living costs, especially in major cities, are another factor contributing to this feeling of economic downturn. When the cost of basic necessities is high and continues to rise, it's hard for people not to feel the pinch, even if the broader economic indicators are positive. And let's not forget the impact of global economic factors. China doesn't exist in a vacuum. Global economic trends and events can have a significant impact on the Chinese economy, affecting the perception of its citizens. So, while on one hand China's economy shows signs of robust growth, on the other hand, there's a feeling of recession among its people. Understanding China's economic paradox isn't straightforward. We've journeyed through the paradoxical landscape, where despite the economic growth, a sense of recession is felt. We've delved into the past, exploring the monumental economic strides and the transformations that have occurred. At the same time, we've looked at the present perception of recession, a sentiment that seems to contradict the economic data. The complexity of the Chinese economy is indeed a labyrinth, with factors such as income disparity, debt levels, and changes in global trade dynamics contributing to this perceived recession. It's a conundrum that challenges our conventional understanding of economic health and stability. This paradox isn't just a puzzle for economists and policymakers, but a reality for millions of Chinese who navigate this economic maze every day. As we move forward, it's essential to keep in mind that the narrative of an economy is more than just numbers and statistics. It's about the lived experiences of its people. While the Chinese economy continues to grow, the paradoxical sense of recession among its people is a puzzle that economists and policymakers will continue to try and solve.